Hey guys, I'm Sierra and welcome to my channel, Sierra Supernaturally. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. I am so excited that you're here. Today we're going to be talking about, obviously, natural hair, but I'm starting a new series within this channel entitled Sierra Slayed It or Failed It. Today we have our first episode of Sierra Slayed It. The idea behind this is I know a lot of us, as we're, when we're transitioning from relaxed to natural, or even after we've been natural for a few years and we're just like, we want to see something different in our hair. We see different hairstyles in other people and we're like, hey, I want to try that. A lot of times it works for us and a lot of times it doesn't. So what we have to do is figure out what products work for us and how we need to actually layer our products, or what styles actually work for us for the length of our hair, for the texture of our hair, for the porosity of our hair, etc. What can we do to make these different hairstyles work that we see on others and we want it to work on us as well. One thing that I love about us naturals is that we don't just have one hairstyle. Our hair is different every week, sometimes every day. We do something different to it all the time. So in that, it means that we're trying out new things all the time. And sometimes we slay our hair and it looks great, and other times it's an epic failure, but we gotta roll with the punches. Today I'm actually showing you a FlexiRod set that I did. Now I love doing FlexiRods. However, I don't normally do them in such a way where I can get Shirley Temple coils. I normally do them where I roll it up and I get where it looks like this. This is how I normally do it. But this time I wanted to have like the Shirley Temple type of big spiral coils. And well, we're gonna see if I was able to slay it or if it was an epic failure. Who knows? So without further ado, let's head on over and watch the video, shall we? As always, I'm starting here with freshly washed and deep conditioned hair. I love my easy detangler brush. We're going to talk more about that later, but I'm going to go ahead and towel dry my hair with a t-shirt, as always, just to get some of the excess water out. That is the Aphogee Keratin and Green Tea Reconstructor to actually help with the strength of my hair. I wanted to use a lightweight leave-in conditioner, so I'm using the Creme of Nature spray leave-in conditioner there as well here, because I didn't want my hair to be too heavy with product, which is ironic, and you're going to see why. That was the Camille Rose Naturals twisting butter and the Melanin Haircare Twist Elongating Cream. I mixed the two together, and then I also add on the Design Essentials Avocado Mousse there as well. Last but not least, because I wanted extra hold, I put a tiny bit of the EcoStyler green gel on there, the olive oil gel on there. And the disappointment on my face when I realized I forgot my oil. I always like to apply my oil before I put gel on my hair, just because I like to have that layer of protection of oil on my hair before I put any type of gels on there, and I totally forgot to do it on that particular section of my hair. So as you can see, I'm rolling my hair up the FlexiRod there. I did not coil it around, like basically I didn't twist my wrist or anything, which is what I normally do. I just rolled it up so that I would have a big spiral curl. I'm going to go through the same process on this side as well. Towel dry, t-shirt dry, leave-in conditioner, green tea reconstructor, brushing that through, getting product happy here. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and tell this girl who is super happy about all this product that this is not going to work. But after layering all my products, I then roll the FlexiRods onto my hair. I actually used the bigger rods in the back because I wanted it to be fuller and in the back, and then I'm going to use smaller rods on the front and top side of my hair. So the Easy Detangler brush, it's great. It works really well. I personally, though, for my hair, I still like to detangle initially. I'll start with my fingers, and then I like to really detangle with a wide tooth comb. And then I'll go back in with the Easy Detangler brush. I don't like using just that, simply because my individual strands are very fine, and when I just use a brush, it actually causes a lot of breakage, so I don't like doing that. So I'll go through and finger detangle a bit, then I use my comb slowly, and then I'll go through with the Easy Detangler brush. Now you saw me there, my neck was hurting from doing all this. I want to tell myself there, sis, your neck is hurting because you got too much product in your hair. It's weighing your hair down, and that's what's causing your neck to hurt, sis. Okay? Anywho, so I'm done putting on the FlexiRods here. The next morning I wake up and I'm jubilant. I'm happy and excited, thinking that this is going to be dry. slowly you will begin to see the disappointment on my face as I unravel these FlexiRods and realize, sis, your roots ain't dry. Yeah, the ends, they're pretty straight, you know, they're okay, but your roots, sis, they ain't dry. You look at a hot mess. And some of these aren't even dry at all. They're limp curls. I'm so disappointed. What I decided to do was to let it air dry for a little bit, because again, I wasn't very pleased with this. I just wanted to air dry a bit more before I open it because I knew it was going to be really frizzy. So air dried for a couple of hours, and now I'm going to put on my oil and try to salvage this hairstyle as much as I can. Whenever you want to open up any type of coil or curl, you want to make sure that you're separating it where your hair is going to naturally separate. The best way to do that is make sure that your hands are fully oiled. Here I'm using my argan oil, my one and only argan oil, which I love so much. And what I did first was rub that oil through that section of hair and then let the hair begin to separate on its own. I'm going to show you some more of that in just a second here. But as you open it, you then take each section that you separate from the full section, or each small section that you separate from the larger section, and just twist it and coil it on itself, just to make sure that you are encouraging the curl to be more defined. So let's see here. So I rub the oil through, and then as my hair naturally begins to separate, I then take that section that it separates off and coil it around my finger in the direction in which the FlexiRod was originally rolled. That way you make sure that you encourage a defined coil here. Doing the same thing in the front. At this point, I don't know if you can really tell, but I was really disappointed because it just wasn't, my curls were really limp and it's not what I anticipated. So right now I'm completely failing at this hairstyle. My roots are frizzy and it's not as shiny as I want it to be either, and mostly that's because I just use entirely too much product. I was overly ambitious and just overly like, oh yeah, this will be great, I can mix these together. No, don't do that. I would not recommend doing that. The whole reason why I mixed the Camille Naturals and the Melanin Haircare product together in the first place was because the Melanin Haircare gives me really good hold, so it gives me a really good definition. However, it generally does not give me much shine, and the Camille Naturals will actually give me more shine than twisting butter. And not to mention, I really love the way that the Camille Naturals twisting butter smells. It smells like cake batter or just cookies, and it's delicious. It's delicious smelling. Obviously I never ate it before, but it smells delicious.
Okay, so I like it. Okay, you know, it's actually not bad that it didn't dry fully because it's very full.
One side actually dried tighter than the other. I probably used less product on one side versus the other. Here I was out of edge control, which is fine. If you're ever out of edge control and you still have gel, you can still lay your edges, sis. What I do is I spray a little water on them lightly with the spray bottle just to mist it on there, and then I brush that down. I put the EcoStyler gel in there and brush it down, and then you lay your edges down with a scarf. I actually let that dry under the scarf for maybe about an hour or so to make sure it's completely dry and straight. Okay, I'm gonna keep fluffing my hair here. All right, sis, I like to test my hair to make sure you can shout in it. All right, this hair is definitely shoutable, so you can shake your hair, shake your coils, you should be straight. Shake it, girl. Yes, praise him. Get a Lord his due, sis. Get a Lord his due. In the end, yes, I did like this hairstyle, but I would definitely change some things about it. If I were to try this hairstyle again, I would probably just use the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado Curl Enhancing Mousse along with a leave-in conditioner to give it a nice lightweight hold.
In the end, I was able to salvage the hairstyle, although I certainly was not pleased with the fact that my roots weren't dry and that certain coils, certain of the curls, they weren't dry at all. But after opening them up and putting the oil on there and, you know, laying my edges down and whatnot, it actually ended up being a decent hairstyle. I think it turned out okay. Here was actually day 3. So as the day went on, or as the days went on, my roots got bigger, which I love. Voluminous hair. You know, I like for it to be really big. So I was perfectly okay with that. Aside from the fact that my roots weren't very defined, they were big, and I loved that. So I'm gonna label this as a slated, although it looked originally like I failed it, but you know, we were able to salvage it. And that's the point. That is the key, is whether or not you're able to salvage the hairstyle. So I was able to do that. Thank you again for clicking on the video. I hope that you are excited about the new series we're starting here, Sierra Slated. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead on and like, subscribe, share this with your friends and family, your sister girls, all the people. I'll let them know that, hey, Sierra Supernaturally dropped a new video today, okay? I don't speak to you before the new year. Happy New Year as well. Thank you again.